fastest 2 hours in radio.
Rules in action. It's up to each one of us to know the rules and follow them. Follow.
All systems go.
The Morning Edge.
With Fox 2's Vic Faust, Chris Knight, Angela Sharp, and Eric Johnson.
The Morning Edge starts now.
It's time to start the daily routine.
Hard work being here, but it's an honor.
We're here as a result of hard work.
Hard work.
You're a desk jockey.
I'd love to stay,
But I've got work to do.
it's a dirty, rotten job.
But somebody's got to do it.
Can we start this show now?
We already did, bud.
Showtime!
Hey, guys, it's showtime. Welcome to this Happy Hump Day show. It's 8:05 on this February 23rd. Chris Knight, Angela Sharp, I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Thanks for joining us. You guys ready to rock and roll this morning?
Woohoo!
Oh, yeah.
Are you, Chris? Okay, whether people admit it or not, we all get in moods, men and women, old and young. When it's cold, you're never that very happy. You know that, right? Or happy is when the sun's shining, and that's normal. It's freaking cold again, and you seem happy, which is great.
I am happy.
I know.
I like how he thought
Are
about
you-
it for a second. He was like,
Are you not
"You're
happy?
right, I am happy."
No, I don't know. It takes
You
me a
seem
while to
like a
figure it
pretty
out.
happy person.
In general.
You're kind of spunky and always
But-
flying around. You know, you're kind of
But what
flying
I-
around all the time.
No, I know, but what I mean is you don't like the cold at all.
No, I don't.
Like anything under 30,
I'm complaining.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like 16, and it's freaking cold out again.
it is
Did
very
you see
cold.
yesterday from 10:47 to 10:47 a.m., it was 60-some odd degrees, and by 4:57, it had dropped like 40 degrees.
So I went in my house after we left here, and then I left to go run an errand, and I was shocked because I walked in a t-shirt and walked back out, and I was like, "Oh, what happened?" And I had to go back in and get a coat.
Yeah, it's getting cold. We got some weather coming to this. I know we have people who listen all across the country, some in other parts of the world, but in the St. Louis area, Missouri, and I guess around the Midwest, it's getting cold again. We got some sleet, then some snow coming tonight and tomorrow.
Ugh.
I was looking at all the Glenn Zimmerman's models, anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of snow, but we have some sleet before it.
The sleet is what I don't like. The snow I don't mind.
Yes, especially, we don't want anything freezing.
Yeah, I can't with that.
No, we don't want that. So anyway, that's supposed to come later today. The drive home tonight's not supposed to be great. I did see some private schools yesterday calling school early today, just in case.
Really? Just
Yeah.
in case.
To let people out at 1:30. Everything's changed. in
How were
life.
the rings?
Oh, my son's ring ceremony. It was fine. He got it. It's a tradition of the faith. But here's the thing: the boys, some might wear those rings forever. My son was like, "Dad, when we got it, he's like, just give me the cheapest. I would love." He's like, "Thank you." First of all, he's like, "I don't want one."
Right.
He's like, "I don't need it." He's like, "I'm never gonna wear it." I was like, "I know it's a keepsake." So he went and did. I'm like, "We'll get which one you want." He got the cheapest one, and it looked like the cheapest one. I don't even think it had the red little ruby in the middle of it for the Shabbat colors, but it was good. It's good to see.
At least he's honest, though, because I would have to say the same thing.
Well, it's difficult with kids. The one thing that's been great, part of necessity, moving here and going through a nasty, nasty divorce, and everybody that goes through them knows they can turn that way, is that my kids learned the value of money early on. They did. Now, they get to go to some schools that cost a lot of money, but at the same point in time, and Dad sacrifices for them. But they have learned the value of money. It's like I had to sit them down early on and go, okay, if you do this, you get this. If you don't, you do that. And that's why I think, because we all know that in school, we don't learn the value of money.
No.
And checking accounts. And
Not
maybe
in public school, anyway.
Well, I mean, I don't know about in private school either. I mean, I've been in both, and I'm sorry, I don't see it. But anyway, that's how kids should start to learn about investing, and hopefully we're still able to have businesses in the next 10 years and own businesses in this country. But that's what kids should be taught. So, yes, thanks for asking. It was fine.
Good.
It was good to see my son, but I always thought that's a weird age. 17-year-old boys. It's a weird age.
Just in general?
Yeah,
or,
and then just seeing all these 17-year-old boys hanging out with each other. And I'm just looking at them
right,
going.
because your son goes to an all-boy school.
And there just needs to be, even if they're at parties and stuff, 17-year-olds, just boys and girls. It's a weird age.
I don't know. I remember back in the day going to those Catholic little, what do we call them back in the day? Mixers? Do they still do those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do mixture, but it's all weird now, too. All the schools kind of hang out.
Oh, well, because we used to know which boys' school, because as a girl, you got to go to all the schools, so you knew which boys' schools threw the good parties and which ones didn't.
And that can determine by who the boys are from year to year.
Oh, I'm sure it probably does mix up. Because I have a rank in my head, but that rank is from when I was in high school. Who knows?
Well, my daughter went to a private girls' school, St. Joseph Academy, and she went there to become an all-state in track. She left all-state social.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's what's really important. Let's be honest.
She became an all-state partier, unfortunately. Forget the track. I digress. Anyway, yeah, so that was good there. It's going to get cold, icy.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's not as bad as it's supposed to be. But Glenn said the drive home tonight, the drive tomorrow morning, the morning commute, and then the drive home tomorrow night are not supposed to be great. So we'll see where it goes. Right off the bat, we welcome you into the show. Of course, you can call. Call Angela, 636-695-2915, 636-695-2915. Of course, you've got Facebook, 100.7 The Viper. We love it when you share the show. You can join us at viperrocks.com. Once again, viperrocks.com. And as always, on the Morning Edge at YouTube. We'll take the show where you want to go. Let us know what's on your mind. Lots to get into. Coming up at 9:15, Tim Fitch, St. Louis County Councilman, former St. Louis County Police Chief, will join us. Sam Page is officially ending mask mandates, or at least he's making an announcement of that. I'm not sure what time that's supposed to start. I think 8:30. We'll see where that goes, but I don't know. I mean, we've talked about that already. I mean,
he's a little late.
Has there been a mandate? Has there not been a mandate?
Well, I mean, I right when all of this started, you know, the heat of everything, where some people were going to the stores with the rubber gloves and the whole suit. I was at, I think it was a Target, and there was a very tall, larger man who was a customer, and there was a little old man employee, and he was like, he went up to the big guy, and he was like, "You got to wear a mask." And the guy was like, "What are you going to make me?" And I was just sitting there watching because I was so afraid this little old man was going to get beat up. But he didn't, and then that man went on to shop without a mask on, and it was no big deal. And so that was kind of the first time I was like, oh, I guess we don't have to do this if we don't want to.
No, that's a good point.
It's all by choice.
Yeah, without a mechanism as a deterrent, there's really no mandate. That's kind of how it goes, unfortunately. So Tim's going to join us at 9:15, get us caught up on some county business as well, because believe it or not, while we've been debating about the divisiveness of masks and mandates and vaccines, they've been trying to get some county business done too. And apparently St. Louis County is behind, which is not such a great thing. So also, too, right out of the gate, if you haven't seen it, you should check out the video on Fox 2. We do have dramatic exclusive video of St. Louis City police and firefighters rescuing people from a burning home yesterday.
Oh.
It's pretty amazing. And as Joe says, not all heroes wear capes. We always take time for the conspiracy theories. Chris says, Angela, we want to know more about conspiracies.
Oh, we didn't even talk about conspiracies yesterday. That was our intention after you left, but that's not where we went. So
that's how radio can go sometimes.
We didn't even get there. We didn't even get to conspiracy.
So there we are. We're still dealing with the Ukraine situation. You'll hear from Joe Biden about 2 years ago. Yesterday, you brought up a quote. I can't remember what you said. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was the Twitter. I can find it. Just
if
give
you
me a
find
hot
it
second.
again,
yeah.
Because now all of a sudden, 1, 2, 3 quotes. We've got sound from President Biden 2 years ago saying Putin would never, ever do anything when he's
that was basically the gist of the one that I had also said. Same gist.
Drew Collins chiped in, and I'm glad you brought this up, Drew. How about Donald Trump calling Putin a genius yesterday? Drew, I couldn't believe any more in what Trump said.
Me neither.
He is a genius because he has played world leaders, starting with the president and the leader of the so-called free world, President Biden. He has manipulated everything. And he has gotten everything he wants. And then on top of it, if you really break down, Drew, the sanctions that we have seen so far come from the Biden administration, look at them, break them down. They're about energy. And guess who he's hurting? Americans. The sanctions are hurting imports on energy. Eric spoke a little bit to this yesterday as well. Eric Johnson, fourth member of the crew, will be here at some point. It's hurting our prices, our energy prices. So, yes, right now, it's not even up for debate. Putin is a genius. And you know what? His Russian people absolutely love him and watching him lead on a worldwide scale. He's literally going into another country, taking it over, and nothing is happening. So, anyway, did you find that?
I did find that Biden tweet. It's Putin doesn't want me to be president. He doesn't want me to be our nominee. If you're wondering why, it's because I'm the only person in this field who's ever gone toe-to-toe with him.
I think that's the soundbite I sent, Chris. What
They're
Angela already
similar,
brought up.
but yours is, he's a little bit more stern in yours because he's got a longer period of time.
It's still the national story. Yeah, our reserves, gas prices, inflation on top of it all. I don't know. It's a bad situation, and it's still developing. So we'll talk about that if you want to as well. There's a movement as well for Republicans and people who dislike President Biden. There are stamps that you can buy, a little stamper, red stamper that has the phrase on it, "Let's go, Brandon."
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can buy these a "Let's go, Brandon" stamp, and you stamp every bill that comes across. You stamp with a red "Let's go, Brandon." You know how people will write on bills like a number or a name or
like a Bible quote. My aunt used to do that all the time on a Bible quote.
She did.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, so that's out there. I don't know how much traction that's going to get, but
I'm surprised it's even. We just talked about last week about how somebody got kicked off an airplane for a "Let's go, Brandon" face mask. So I'm surprised it would be allowed.
So anyway, that's out there. For "Let's go, Brandon," to stamp all the money because, I mean, Republicans and Democrats, if you really get into it, will always be poking each other. And if you're a liberal and you get a $20 bill that comes back or some change or a $5 or whatever, and it has a big "Let's go, Brandon," are you going to tear it up? Or are you going to give it back? Or what are you going to do?
You probably turn it into the bank to have it replaced, right? Isn't that what they're supposed to do when you deface money? I think you're supposed to turn it in and have it. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I thought I'd get a chuckle out of Chris with the "Let's go, Brandon" on dollar bill.
He's doing work over there, man. Chris has got things to do.
By the way, couple of chime-ins regarding the whole Ukraine situation, which we could talk for hours. Putin warned the West 15 years ago about NATO's expansion on Russia front door, asking against whom is this expansion intended. This is what he was very upset about. And as Robert said, and this is what kind of scares me, the more energy prices rise, as they're going to now with these sanctions and started to.
As they shouldn't.
Yeah, the more power Russia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and other bad actors will have with their newfound infusion of cash, which takes away power from America. It's real. It is unfortunately real. And it doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat or independent or whatever. That is a fact.
If Donald Trump was in here, the pipeline would still be open.
Yeah, no doubt.
And we would not be depending on Russia for 232 million. Yeah, you heard me. 232 million barrels were purchased from Russia last year.
Just last year.
That's ridiculous.
It didn't make any sense business-wise. It gets politicized. And, hey, every person has pros and cons. I'm sorry. Donald Trump was not a kind man talking to the public. He just wasn't. But from a business standpoint, even his most harsh critic would have to admit he's a genius businessman.
Yes.
And he was working some things, and now we're starting to see, from a business standpoint, some of the decisions that have been made just don't make sense. And now America's suffering, and we've just begun it. And I don't know. I just get the prices are not only gas but energy, and we've just begun. So yesterday, Jen Psaki, President Biden's press secretary, circle back lady, was explaining how America is going to have to deal with all of this now. I'm going, I cannot believe the prices that are going to start to happen.
And they think it's okay.
Well, but they have to.
Suck it up and pay for gas. Quit whining is basically what they say.
It's kind of her message, but what else are they going to say? We suck? We screwed up? Putin played us? No, they're going to tell us
But didn't they know all this? Okay, so you guys know that politics, not really my thing. However, when Biden first took office, they decided to change the cars and stuff to electric. So isn't that like kind of foretelling that they kind of already knew the gas prices were going to get stupid high?
Well, when they shut the
Fair point.
when they
Yeah.
shut the pipeline down, they knew that prices were going to go up.
Yeah. So don't doubt yourself if you try to enter into that ring and start talking like that.
Okay, all right.
Trust yourself. You do have a brain. And as
I'm just saying
told you,
because I wasn't, I don't really pay attention. However, I did pay attention to that because, as you guys know, electric cars annoy me. So that was one of the things I was like, oh, they're changing all the cars. That can't be good for people like me who like muscle cars.
exactly, 100%. Drew Collins, you're correct. He went bankrupt 4 times with his dad's money. And you know what? He didn't stop.
You learn a lot when you go bankrupt, I
He
think.
kept going.
Yep.
Some of the greatest lessons are learned in defeats, as we know, not to be with cheesy sayings, but that's when you do learn. Did he have an opportunity with money? You better believe it.
Heck yeah.
A good friend of mine was given a whole lot of money by his parent. He went and made something of it. You know what? A lot of those opportunities don't happen for many of us. I get it. But when it comes to Trump, yeah, he did. He became a shrewd businessman. Very, very shrewd. So anyway, that's where we are with that. And who knows? I mean, this Ukraine situation is not good, and it's only getting worse. So we'll get into it, whatever you want. And Trump's not the only person who called Biden a genius. Lindsey Graham, Senator Lindsey Graham, was also talking about how Putin has just played the world stage like a mastermind KGB agent, which is what he has done. So, Kimberly, Sam Walton also went bankrupt 3 times
That is a true
Oh,
statement.
I didn't know that.
before succeeding.
I don't know if it was 2 times or 3 times, but I know Sam Walton went bankrupt.
Huh, did not know that.
The Hershey brothers, they went bankrupt or on the verge of bankrupt before they
Really?
absolutely. Once again, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Well, yeah.
So you want to be a business owner. So you want to work 24 hours a day and be freaking out over overhead and payroll and how you're going to be looking 6 months from now. And do I spend this much money on this? And Chris knows exactly what I'm talking
I do.
about.
It's
So
tough.
All right. When we come back after the break, Chris, how many socks do you think you've lost in your lifetime?
Oh, my goodness. A lot.
I think everybody's lost a lot of socks, right?
I think my total socks lost in a lifetime is higher than what the average is supposed to be that you lose.
You know what the worst is though? The worst is when you like lose the matching pair to your favorite. Like everybody has like a
When you can only
favorite
find
pair
one.
of socks, yeah. And you're like, I love those socks. Where is the other one?
Yep.
That's the worst.
And
Bingo.
then you find that one, and it
you-
has a hole in it because your bulldog or one of your dogs ate your sock. Oh, you're mad.
Angela will tell you about a baby being born yesterday,
I'm so excited about this cute little baby being born
and
yesterday.
a statistician reveals the casino game you should never play.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting. I feel like I
And
know
you
which
have,
one it is.
And you have Sam Hunt, more Sam Hunt.
I have
news.
more Sam Hunt news, guys. Yeah.
All right, we're just getting started on a happy hump day, Wednesday, February 23rd. It's 8:23. Chris Knight, Angela Sharp, I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Back with more The Morning Edge right after this.
Edge Morning Traffic.
Good morning from the Viper Traffic Center. If you're headed out of the Lake St. Louis area, prepare for some minor delays. A little bit of heavy volume 70 eastbound. That's from an earlier traffic incident. 64 drivers on the move from the 6470 split headed east all the way to the Boone Bridge. And then in the Bridgeton area this morning, 141 still has some lane restrictions. southbound near 370. There's been a cleanup effort underway all morning. A bunch of concrete blocks there, blocking a couple of the lanes of traffic. An accident is blocking the left lane on the ramp from northbound 55 onto westbound 44. That's causing a backup to Potomac this morning. At 270 northbound, that drive is a little bit slow, headed out of South St. Louis County from Gravois up through Manchester. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose. That's your Edge Morning Traffic.
This is the Edge Morning Show.
Live on 100.7.
The Viper.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is the only bed that effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. The new Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is only $8.99, plus special financing. Ends Monday. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Spectrum Glass is known for their quality work on windshields, but they do so much more. Spectrum Glass also specializes in residential, commercial, and automotive window tinting. Reduce the heat, reduce the fading, and increase your comfort with professional window tinting from Spectrum Glass. Serving St. Charles and surrounding counties since 1995, Spectrum Glass is still your premier company for windshield replacement. And with free mobile service, they come to you. 636-294-1800 on Facebook and SpectrumGlassOnline.com.
You work from home, and now home can be anywhere you want with an RV from Bill Thomas Camper Sales. RV travel is the ultimate social distancing for your family, and you know what you have with you and where it's been. For 55 years locally, family-owned, Bill Thomas Camper Sales has had the highest quality for every budget, and they have guidelines in place for your safe shopping experience. Travel in comfort and safety with a visit to Bill Thomas Camper Sales in Wentzville. For details, hours, and directions, go to btcamper.com.
Travers Automotive and RV grand opening in Wentzville across the highway from the GM plant is happening right now. We have a selection of over 1,000 new late model cars and trucks with new vehicles arriving daily. Shop from all makes, all models with financing for everyone. Looking for an RV? We also have over 200 travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes from Mesa Ridge, Open Range, KZ, Winnebago, Dutchman, and a great selection of used RVs. Whether you're looking for a car, truck, or RV, make Travers Automotive RV your one-stop destination. Located off Highway 70 at the Highway A exit.
If you want the best, don't settle for the rest. Come to F&S. F&S Collision Repair provides the best customer service, quality of work, paint color match, and paintless dent repair. They do it all. No job too big or too small. Just what your car or truck ordered. F&S Collision. Call today to schedule your appointment and get that car repaired. F&S Collision Repair.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Welcome to MegaNet. For slow internet, press 1. For indifferent customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3. For extremely long wait times, stay on the line. You are 87th in line, 85th in line, 87th in line, 85th in line, 85th in line.
Where there was frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen at Gateway Fiber. How may I help you?
Isn't it time you refreshed your internet provider? For more information, visit gatewayfiber.com.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. Really good. So good, you gotta try it. With Straight Talk, you can get our Silver Unlimited plan for just $45 a month. Now with unlimited high-speed data, plus 5 gigabytes hotspot data, and no contract, with nationwide 5G on America's best networks. Why pay a whole lot for your data when you can get unlimited for a whole lot less? Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. You're listening to The Edge. Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a good time. We try to entertain, inform, separate fact from fiction, and we're kind of all over the place. Very organic. Eric Johnson's here. Chris Knight, Angela Sharp, I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. 756 socks you'll lose in your lifetime. 756 socks.
I think that makes sense.
Does that mean one sock so a pair is ruined?
Well, right, because that's how that works usually. Unless you have matching socks, matching pairs of socks. But my worst part is when you lose your favorite sock. Like you lose one of your favorite socks, and then you can't wear your favorite sock because otherwise they are mismatched.
I want a washroom that's big enough where my washer is out in the middle, not up against a wall, so that I'll never lose any socks behind it. I need to have, because I...
So you're,
oh, yeah, clean up. Oh, yeah, I remember those socks from like 2 years ago.
You're thinking of this backwards.
Might be.
Just buy the same style of sock for everything and then you'll never lose a sock.
Because like you've got Santa socks for Christmas, and you've got pumpkin socks for Halloween, and you've got bunny socks for Easter. Like, come on.
No, I think that's not what they're talking about. Well, because you can keep track of your bunny socks.
No, you always lose one of those. Like, it's the Santa sock that really hurt my feelings because I really like Santa, and I lost one of my Santa socks.
That sucks. That does suck.
And it's hard to find Santa socks for an adult foot because they like to make Santa socks for small children, not adult humans.
And you do only lose the sock that doesn't fall down.
Exactly.
That sucks.
I know. Or the one that's not fading.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there is, for whatever reason, as Robert says, I only lose the left sock. Ha, 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 ha. That's funny. Eric, I promise you, we were having some very good, like, serious talk.
Yeah.
And now it got fun, or more fun.
It's fine.
But Angela has a couple fun stories about do you have the baby stuff you were telling us about?
The baby stuff. I'm so excited about the baby stuff.
And a Sam Hunt update. And I promise we don't ever have to talk about Sam Hunt.
Okay.
I want to learn about Sam Hunt.
So we talked about Sam Hunt yesterday. So all the news outlets had started reporting on Monday night that Sam Hunt's wife, who was secretly pregnant, 6 months pregnant with their baby, had filed for divorce.
Okay.
But then later it turns out that just a few hours, so she filed on Friday, and just a few hours after that, she took it back. She wanted it put away without prejudice, so that way she could bring it back up if she wanted to, but she took it back. But none of the outlets covered the whole taking it back thing. So all the headlines yesterday were about, in country music world, were about Sam Hunt and, cheating on his wife, basically. That's all the headlines. And then you come to find out today she had taken it back just a few hours after filing.
Well, yeah, because if you have to admit that you were wrong, the retraction, they don't want to do that.
I just don't know why they didn't, all of this is public record.
I thought she would have looked at her bank account before she filed.
Well, I'm
that
thinking
Macy's
it's
card?
more,
I need that back.
So I went more of the way of either whatever she thought had happened wasn't as bad as she thought it was, or it was disproven to her. You know how we are.
Psycho nut chicks.
Well, I didn't want to call myself a psycho
Not
nut
you.
chick.
I didn't say you.
But you know how women.
Hey, this woman's pregnant, and I guarantee he did. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Something happened,
something
but maybe
happened.
it wasn't as bad as she thought it was. So
And
she
when
was
you're
like,
a
"I take it
woman and you're
back."
pregnant after going through my ex-wife 3 times, man, that's a tough time too. Your body's changing.
I would
your
imagine
emotions
your
are high.
emotions are
Yes,
everywhere.
it is not easy to
And
be a lady. That's
Isn't
for
Aaron
sure.
Rodgers going through all that stuff too? It's like, man, I feel sorry.
Melanie, I'm sorry. I was just trying to crack a joke. She said that was mean, my joke.
I feel sorry for all. I don't want to know
sorry.
your business. There was a day.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is kind of going off the deep end.
Yeah.
Well, he did a whole thank you to all these people,
Yeah,
players.
he
his
likes to wax
ex-girl.
poetically now. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, I get it. He's a ladies' man. He likes the ladies. He likes to have a cocktail every now and then at the bar down the street. That's all there is to that. He makes $20 million a year plus endorsements. He's a very wealthy, sought after gentleman. And
He's
he
not
probably
particularly attractive.
not my
though.
problem.
Okay.
But
Once again, I digress to the bank account.
Yeah. It's not even the bank account. I mean, is there one hockey player that you're attracted to? I talk to you because you're around the hockey players that has all their teeth. I mean, that has nothing to do with it.
Told you I don't date athletes.
Okay, you don't date athletes, but man, they got money. They got prestige. You hear the roar of the crowd. There are women
Make
that
that
are
a rock
groupies.
star. Make that a rock star, and I'll say sure.
Oh, the rock star's even worse. They're even worse. Trust me.
Did you guys know
What
this?
if we said Eric Church?
Well, I mean, he's married. So I have a
she's
thing about,
blushing. You just made her blush.
I have
Good
a thing
job,
about
Chris.
married people. Like, I won't date a married
Are
person.
you- are you-
I'm not, you can't.
Are you
can't-
waiting in the wings?
You can't be attracted to a married person, and here's why.
Oh, here we go.
Because the reason you find that person attractive is part of that is because
Wrong.
they're faithful and wonderful to their wife.
Wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Women have a tendency to fantasize about things. They do.
Well,
that's
like
why you guys
said,
watch.
Paul Walker, sure.
That's why
but
you.
Paul Walker was also a bad dude.
That's why. Well, I saw an interview that you did on a little podcast thing with Eric Church.
Oh, you saw my Eric Church interview?
I sure did.
Yeah.
And you looked you looked like you had something for him. No, I mean that's not a big deal. You did.
I mean, I knew him, and he knew me, and it was my full circle moment of my life.
You look like when he said no, I remembered you. You were like, oh damn, this could be
I knew
this
he
could
was
be a
gonna,
something.
I,
This could be a something.
I knew he was going to remember me.
No, you didn't know that.
Yes, I did. I had texted his brother earlier that morning.
Yeah. And this is not a bad thing. This is just how women are. They like the Harlequin novels, the whole Fabio thing back in the day. You would read and you would get all caught up in the fantasy. Remember?
But you don't get caught up in a
No,
fantasy.
it's the truth.
I know, but we can't generalize all
You
women.
can't get caught up in a fantasy. I can't get caught up in a fantasy about somebody who's married. You give me somebody who's unmarried, abso-freaking-lutely.
Are you waiting in the wings for Eric Church?
Kip Moore? Sure, sign me up. Kip Moore apparently is coming to town on
Who?
Friday. I didn't know that until yesterday, so I'm going to buy some tickets today.
Where's Kip Moore going to be?
He's at the factory.
Who?
Oh,
And I've
awesome.
never been to the factory.
Awesome place. I've never been there. but-
Snoop Dogg is also coming, and I'm so excited about Snoop. He's coming to the Family Arena.
Are you going to go see Snoop?
When do we know when he's coming?
I think he's coming in April,
Okay.
and I think we all should
You
go
can
see
grab our
Snoop.
you can grab our
That
TikTok
guy's
friend Kelly
racist.
Mono, and
I love
you guys
Snoop.
can go see Snoop.
Did she like Snoop?
Remember, we had her on the show and she said, "I love
Oh,
Snoop."
she did say she liked. Well, let's go. You like Snoop.
Why
I
would
like
Snoop
Snoop.
come to St. Charles County?
I was surprised to see him at the Family Arena. Not gonna lie.
I think people
yeah.
forgot about his 2017 comments.
Oh.
What 2000?
What did
Yeah,
he say,
exactly. See, I
2017?
don't
I should
know
go
that.
back and pull him up and
If you
remind
he
you.
called all Trump followers racist.
Oh, did
He said because Trump was gaining a lot of support. When I say a lot, considering the history of support of African Americans for Republican presidential candidates,
Yeah.
he was getting a lot of support. I mean, he
did the video.
and then he had 13% African American men voting for him, which was it was huge in modern time.
Yeah.
Well, then Trump I can't even say the derogatory racist names
Right.
that Snoop
Just
was
go look 'em
calling.
up.
No,
Was calling
really?
other black African American
Oh,
supporters of
yeah.
Trump.
Oh, I didn't know. I
But
missed
hey,
that
dude,
part.
it's all good. Hey, man.
Okay,
it's
can I
all
still
Just
fine.
smoke another
See,
one, man.
That's my thing.
So
like,
yes, people forgot what he
yeah,
said 5 years
I'd
ago.
still go see him.
I know you would.
I love Snoop.
You ever notice rock stars don't have these problems? They don't have these political problems, really. They just like to rock and go to the next town and have the catering and then go to the next town, have some more catering, go to the next town. Rock dudes don't do that, but the hip hop dudes, man, they're all politics. They are. Seriously, they are all politics. They're not afraid to chime in.
There's got to be some rock guys, right?
Ted Nugent, but he's like,
Okay.
he's more of a bull rider than he is, or a hunter than he is a rock star anymore.
The
and
band Tool's pretty political,
Yeah,
too.
but they're,
Yeah, they are.
Hey, did you guys know this, Jeannie? When we were talking about the Sam Hunt situation before we get out of that,
Yeah.
they won't let you get divorced if you're pregnant. I guess, you have to wait until the baby comes.
Never heard
Wait a
of
minute,
that.
what?
No, I don't
What?
think that's possible.
I don't know that I had never heard that.
I mean, Jeannie usually is pretty good, but I can't imagine that's possible. And I think Tennessee is Tennessee's a no-fault divorce state anyway. I think.
Boy,
I know
don't
they have a cap on child support because that question came
We
up
should ask the
once.
medium on Friday if you're going to marry Eric Church.
I'm not going to marry
She's not
Eric
gonna be
Church.
here.
She's not going to marry.
You're not
Eric
going to
Church.
be here?
I'm
The
going to
medium's not
medium?
going to be here.
What do you mean the
Not
medium's-
available.
Oh, I thought she said she was available.
Yeah, what's
No.
up, Chris?
No.
What happened?
Chris,
Chris, what happened?
She said she'll reschedule.
what happened?
Chris.
Kids,
You did.
kids, school.
Chris,
I don't
come
know.
on.
No,
Because
c-
they're
c-
behind us 2 hours.
So what?
And the time that we need her, she's not available.
Then we'll record it because we got to do this.
Yeah,
Well, you go record it.
I'll
I ain't
record it
doing
with you.
I will too. I'll be
Okay,
there.
speaking of babies,
Oh yeah, sorry. I got sidetracked. So there was a baby, and it was born yesterday. What was yesterday, guys? Yesterday was 2.
22222
Two,
Palindrome.
22222.
And guess what time this baby was born?
222
222.
and 22 seconds.
Come on,
The
you
last
guys,
toe
that is
came out
hard.
at 22 seconds.
I think that is adorable. Her name, it's from the parents live in Arnold, and the baby was born at 222.
And
That's so cute.
Yeah, and you'll never.
Did they name her Pluto?
No, they did not name
Yeah.
her.
Is there a name? Did they give
I
the?
think it's Elsa.
Oh,
that sucks.
You wanted it to be named Pluto?
You just finished a great day with the name Elsa. Just kidding.
Oh, stop it.
222, though. Come on.
You will never, ever, ever forget an anniversary. Ever,
Never
ever,
will.
ever,
Mm-mm.
ever.
I mean,
that's
back-
cool though. That is cool.
Do you
to
guys
have
know
that
when,
happen.
what time of day you were born? Because
Yes.
this child will know. I
Yeah.
don't think I know. Do you know?
No.
I do know only because it was one of those things I remembered as a kid when my parents told me.
I don't know
Yeah.
mine, but
Yeah,
Chris,
you'll-
do you know yours?
Not the exact time.
No, but you do, Vic.
Yeah.
Huh.
I do.
Did you have to find out because some woman asked you so she could read your
Yep,
chart?
there it is.
I stay away from that.
I'm just saying. I mean, read your charts. I'm just saying.
What charts are you talking
You know,
about?
like women usually ask, like, when were you, what your date of birth is and what time you were born, so they can figure out what moon you're in and all that.
What?
That's a thing.
Okay.
I don't know how to do it, but it's a thing.
That's a different thing for me. All right. Sam Page is going to have a press conference. It might be going on right now. I don't even know. We've lost track of him. We stopped covering it. But he's ending the mask mandate in his mind or whatever it was. If there was one, wasn't one. Tim Fitch will join us at 9:15 to get us caught up on St. Louis County government.
We
and
will have a Bottle
the
Rock
mask.
celebration right after this event. You will love it. Go live your life. Goodbye. We couldn't afford the fireworks.
Unfortunately, it was one of those things. Car thefts and break-ins are continuing in O'Fallon, Missouri neighborhoods.
Good.
Wait
a minute, what?
Yeah, apparently there's been a rise. I mean, here's the thing. But here's the difference. The O'Fallon police spokesperson said, we're catching them. We may not have caught the ones that stole the cars last week in O'Fallon, but we will. That's the difference in messaging that you hear from St. Charles County as opposed to St. Louis
There's
City.
this little thing.
We will find you, we will catch you, and we will prosecute you.
Like Taken. We have a unique set of skills.
I will find you, and I will kill you.
Here's the deal. I totally recommend everybody in this room go to Apple, and they have this little thing where you can like attach it to your car. It's something that it's not a GPS, but basically what it does is it triangulates where your car is. So if your car gets stolen, and it apparently is going to get stolen at some point, you will be able to at least know where this car ends up. We can then take that data, give it to the police, and they can say, well, this is the hotbed right here. And we'll find out where this is really happening, even though the cops know where it's really happening. Trust me. We talked to one of the highway patrolmen a few months ago, and he says, yeah, we know where this is going on. They will not take care of this problem in St. Louis, Missouri. He told us that, didn't he?
Yeah.
He told us that the St. Louis law enforcement will not take care of this problem, that we have to take care of it ourselves. So I recommend everybody go get one of those little eye tags or whatever they're called, stick it to your car. Once it gets stolen, then we find out where your car went. I think it's a $30 investment. I'm really thinking
Makes
about
too
doing
much
it.
sense.
I'm thinking about actually doing it.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. As a matter of fact,
And if you lock your car doors, it'll cut down on it.
Yeah,
but now you're also seeing the windows being busted out to steal cars as well. Hey, you know what? For old time purposes, can we just listen to Sam real quick?
Sam Hunt?
Do we have to?
Sam
We have talked about Sam Hunt more the last
Eric, that
2
was
days
fun.
than Sam Page.
Here's Sam Page talking at his press conference.
He sounds good as ever.
He might be done. Hang on a minute.
He might be. We'll see.
He might be asleep.
He is done.
Oh, he just finished up.
Yep.
That's all right. It was so quick. It was there to the point.
He just walks past the mic. No more mandate.
It was pretty fast, too.
It's over. About 10 minutes, 10, 11
Yeah,
minutes, something
pretty
like that. We'll get. I'm sure Tim Fitch listened to it, or maybe he could stomach it. I don't know. But all the infighting has not stopped in St. Louis County, unfortunately.
Makes me mad, though. What are the chances? Oh, I'm done. The Edge is coming. They're going to me. We're
I
done.
want to know if
No
he's
more
gotten
math.
if he's gotten any updates in regards to how St. Louis County is going to spend the
All the money?
Rams lawsuit money, because we're still waiting to hear how St.
I don't
Louis
even
City.
care. Screw it.
Oh,
I
no,
don't
no.
care.
You
I
Is it
don't
up to
even
him
care.
or is it up to Tashara Jones?
No, here's the thing. it has to be voted on. There's a panel. And
Who's on
Tim
the panel?
Pitchell, Tim will explain it
Okay.
to us.
I
And
just don't care.
St. Louis County Council will have to decide before any money is spent, because it's all earmarked, that is tracked on how it's going to be spent. So we will have a basis for it, whether people care or whether
Yeah.
they don't care.
I mean, where are they going to put it in? They're going to put in more Wix programs? Are they going to go, okay, so what? Who cares? Here's what you use the damn money for, Sam and Tashar and whoever else. Go fix some potholes. And just put an NFL logo right on the top of where you just patched, because you just screwed everything up. And you know what? Another thing, Vic, I got and maybe you'll appreciate this. I got so pissed off this morning seeing the USFL draft was yesterday.
Yeah.
I was so pissed, thinking we could have had one of those teams here, a USFL team.
Even though the public, and here's the thing, you've got the USFL, but then the XFL has now signed a contract with the NFL to be
Their farm club,
a minor league system, but there's still no guarantee
Yeah.
St. Louis is even going to get a team. And
That
there's-
was coming up in sports.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Sorry, Angela.
Well, she'll
I'm
get
just
to
so
us.
pissed off about it.
No, but the deep dive is like I told you. I heard there's not an appetite from ownership level of anybody to calf football in St. Louis.
How can that be true?
Which is
That is
so
the dumbest
after
thing I've
what-
ever heard.
After what the Battlehawks did,
They put 50,000 people.
I think you want to talk about conspiracy theories. I think there's a conspiracy theory that the big money people who have now invested into soccer don't want anything to take away from their investments with soccer.
It will add to it.
It
will add to it.
I agree,
It's like
because there's
putting
only so much disposable income people have. Why wouldn't you get involved with any sort of football?
It's like when a car dealership places their car dealership on the side of the highway, they want more car dealerships to add to the traffic.
But the Battlehawks were not they were not making.
They
like,
didn't have a
really good
chance.
money.
They didn't have
I
a
know,
chance.
but no XFL team was going to be bringing in significant money.
The fans, though.
I
that,
disagree with that. I think they could have had
I
a
went
chance.
to every game. I was
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of their
I went
biggest
to a lot of games.
supporters.
But the fans that like soccer, I would not say are the same fans that like football. Those are very different.
You're going to
sports.
see. You're going to see after the first 10 games, and I hate to be so pessimistic, but because it's a St. Louis experience, because it sucks, there's going to come a time when
Wait,
it's
did you just say all St. Louis?
yeah.
Okay.
When it's like, what do you even call it in a drop in? It's not a tip off. What is it? And when you start a soccer game, you roll it in, a roll in, whatever. There's going to come a chance after 10 games where the new soccer team has 200 people in the stands on a Friday night and it's beautiful weather and everyone's like, no, this sucks.
Wrong.
Seriously. Yeah, I'm serious.
It's not happening. Here's
Watch,
why.
Watch. And then
First
the
of all,
Battlehawks would have brought 30,000 people down to that
Everything
stadium.
that soccer has done has been genius, including their first signee, a young, with the possibility of having a super career, a young Bosnian to play right into. Well, guess what, Eric?
Yeah.
The big soccer Bosnian community in St. Louis City, they'll be there. Right out of the gate, your first signee is a young kid that could be a superstar from Bosnia. They know exactly what they're doing. The coach that they hired, the infrastructure. This is Enterprise running St. Louis soccer.
I get Enterprise
That's
wants
why.
to stuff
because
a square
everything
peg in a
Enterprise
round
does,
hole.
everything Enterprise does, they get it from a business standpoint.
No city is soccer huge in the country. It's not
It's
football. It's not
it's not
baseball.
NFL,
it's not
and it never
NHL.
will. No.
It's not NBA. It's
No.
The Sounders is a
No.
huge deal in Seattle, and they might bring in 2,500 people a game in
you're
a
right.
stadium
The
that has
sad thing is that
10,000.
the Rams and the fans in St. Louis for football were so great, even still having median attendance with what Kroenke did to the team in the final 8 years before he was, as we know now, he was trying to lessen the team so he could get the hell out of town. You still had the Rams with attendance that was middle of the road for NFL. After how horrible Kroenke was and intentionally mismanaging the team with a mediocre coach in Jeff Fisher with average 7-9 results every year, you still had it. And you know what else is interesting to show how much football is popular here? Missouri and the recruiting base in the St. Louis area for high school football recruits is insane.
I get you. I'm feeling you.
There is a love for football.
Then
here.
there's a love for high school wrestling too, but they're not going to have a wrestling program coming to St.
What
Louis.
I'm saying is football would go here, and we all know it.
Football, XFL, if you would have given it 3 years and made it an experience down there, an experience, you would actually fix the tailgating and whatnot, and you put a good marketing you would have had 50,000 people watching an XFL game if you guys would have massaged
it was a pretty good. I mean, they did a good job in the first year.
Look at Angela. She's down there with sports all the time.
Yeah, they did a good job in that first year. They did the whole
we
parade
didn't even,
and rally and the whole nine.
Well, we didn't get a full year.
Right, we didn't get a full year.
It was they did as good as they
get a full
could.
year,
but
we still sold the thing out. They opened up the upper bowl.
Well, they were getting ready to open up the upper bowl.
Yes, they were.
For more people to come.
And that bottom bowl doesn't suck either.
No.
That's 25,000 people on the bottom of that thing. That's not a bad day.
It was a fun experience, that's for sure. But soccer is the deal. We'll see where it comes with money that's going to be spent with St. Louis City, with St. Louis County, as we said, with Tim Fitch coming up.
You're excited about this.
No.
But I will say this.
No, I'm not. Here's what I'm excited about.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
excited
are.
about. No.
Yeah, you're an advocate for those guys.
An advocate for who?
For the soccer team.
I'm an advocate for anything that promotes St. Louis.
We're doing sports talk radio right now. And what the deal is I used to drive by the SLU games all the time. There were not people at the SLU soccer games.
I've been telling you from day one, soccer's going to go. And the reason I told you, I saw how fast they sold out their suites and the structure in which they have built the program. Because I'm a believer in any business. If you start at the top and you do it right and you have smart people with a plan, all you need is time and resources. Yeah. They're doing it the right way. And that's
I
why.
agree. And anything that they
when
can do,
worldwide technology gets involved as much as they have,
agree.
When enterprise gets involved with as much as they have, you see the success.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like it's all coming together for
if you want to be a truly
and I'm a football guy.
I know you are. Played tight end over at Mizzou.
I am a football
MIZ.
guy. I'm not a hardcore soccer fan, but I'm telling you,
I'm going to give you 10 games, and I will agree with you. And I'll go, look, the stands are filled. Oh, look at how fun it is. Beers are flowing. Nice. After game 10, it's going to start to dwindle. And then people will be like, yeah, I'm not going.
Yeah, do you know how to save the tape, Angela?
I do not know how to save the tape. No, I'm sorry.
You're going to have about 1,500 people in a stadium that holds 14,000 or whatever.
Oh, my God.
I'm behind the controls, and I'm.
Are we going to double nothing the $1,000 that you owe me?
Dude,
on that?
on a Friday, Francis Howell would play CBC. We would have football practice. And they go, we got to get off the field. There's a CBC and Howell are having a soccer game. And the moms and dads would show up. There'd be nobody there.
Well, I think children's soccer is a little bit different than
no, he just said high school
soccer.
He just said high school soccer.
I said high school soccer. What? I didn't bring up anything about high school soccer.
He thinks you're.
I'm sorry, you didn't. I was looking down at the text line. They said high school. It's a religion here, and I agree with that. But they don't show up in droves. It's not anyway.
No, but
I don't mean to be so negative sounding.
No, I know.
I'm just mad about USFL and now this XFL talk and the NFL going to LA. You know what? You're right. St. Louis, you don't deserve it. Let's go back to COVID.
I agree. Hey,
back to COVID.
When we come back.
Back to COVID.
By the way, Molly, you hear Molly Rose do our traffic updates. If you go to fox2now.com, you'll see there's a picture of Molly, and she's celebrating her dog's 11th birthday today. So you can check in on Molly. We'll also get to Tim Fitch at 9:15. We'll talk more about the Ukraine situation that is going on. How about President Trump coming out? Drew had a problem and saying that Putin looks like a genius. Lindsey Graham saying he looks like a genius. And then those words are being construed that Trump wants him to succeed, which is not what he said. Right.
Moron.
Did you want to hit that yet, or can you wait till
I'll
the break?
hit. You mean does Putin look like a genius?
Yeah.
That he's pushing around NATO and the United States and Joe Biden? Yeah, he looks like a damn genius. And the fact that he has one of the biggest superpowers behind him kind of quietly going, good job, buddy.
Yeah.
You need some money? Oh, they're closing down your banks over there? Hey, come over to the Bank of China. We got all kinds of stuff. All kinds of things
we'll
you need.
We'll take care of you.
Yeah. If you don't, you guys aren't even looking behind the curtains.
Alliances, exactly.
Look at Iran who, you know what? We're exporting oil over here. You'll be fine, buddy.
Saudi Arabia.
That's another point. It makes Putin look like a genius just for this aspect alone. That Biden hasn't come out yet and said, guess what? Yes, we just shut down a major pipeline. We just imported 2 2.5 million, or I'm sorry, 250 million barrels of oil last year. We're going to start opening up some American pipelines. You'll be fine. Everybody settle down. Prices are not, but he hasn't done that. Does Putin look like a genius? Does the word Einstein mean anything to you?
Yeah, it's a good, well said. I mean, he really does right now. We'll get into all that too. Got your morning headlines from news. We got your morning sports, and we'll tell you what a statistician says is the casino game you should never.
We were supposed to talk about that.
Oh no, we get to it. It's called a tease.
Ooh, okay.
That you never want to do. Stay away from this game.
It's got to be roulette.
No, doesn't it? The number, what is that crap?
No,
that
the only opinion that means anything in this room right now is Chris's when it comes to that. That's the only one that would, whatever he says.
Craps.
All right,
craps.
I don't know. Eric Johnson.
I don't know.
Don't want to crap out.
Gotta
Eric
be.
Johnson.
Snake eyes.
Chris Knight. Angela Sharp. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Back with more. The fastest 2 hours of Morning Talk Radio right after this.
Edge Morning Traffic.
Drivers are on the move I-70 and I-64 traveling east out of Lake St. Louis all the way to the Blanchette and the Boone Bridges. 364 drivers also smooth sailing this morning. And I am still monitoring lane restrictions on 141 near 370 in the Bridgeton area. A cleanup effort is underway with concrete blocks that are laying all over a lane of traffic. One lane of traffic is blocked both directions. 55 drivers getting into the city should still expect some delays approaching the 44 split. There's an accident blocking one northbound lane of 55. Traffic is slow back to Potomac. A new crash, 170 southbound on the ramp from 270 westbound. It's moved off to the shoulder of the ramp. And 6440 is slow in that usual spot from 170 headed east over to Bellevue Avenue. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose. That's your Edge Morning Traffic.
The Edge Morning Show. Back in a moment.
Journey in concert. Freedom Tour 2022. March 21st at Enterprise Center. Journey with very special guest, Toto. Tickets on sale now at JourneyMusic.com. Don't miss Journey Live. Produced by AEG Presents.
Hi, this is Dr. Erin Huey with Tomasino Gerst Vision Source. We provide a ton of specialty care: glaucoma, diabetic eye care, dry eye evaluations, now myopia management. Typically, we see patients that need vision correction for a variety of hobbies, for work, most often glasses and contacts. Come and see us at Tomasino Gerst Vision Source, dryoureyes.com, 272-1444. dryoureyes.com.
Hey, it's Shanny for Mascots Bar and Grill, and I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a place to watch the game with friends, Cardinals, Blues, whatever, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. If you're looking for a place for happy hour, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. Heck, grab some friends, get a table, and play rock and roll bingo every night and twice on Saturdays at Mascots Bar and Grill. You can win some great prizes. Seriously, great prizes at Mascots for playing rock and roll bingo. And it's absolutely free to play. Wednesday night is ladies' night, and you won't believe the specials they have going on there. Come by for lunch. They're the home of the legendary lunch special. You go tell them you're FOS, you're a friend of Shanny's, and you want that big old burger and fries for just $5, and they're going to give it to you fresh and hot, just the way you ordered it, and it's so delicious, and you don't have to do the dishes. If you go once, you will go again and again. Mascots Bar and Grill, home of the legendary lunch special.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
The graphics are so real on this video game console I bought with the savings from switching to Progressive 10 years ago. I can't tell what's real and what's the game, which I think is what people want. You know, in the future, which it is currently.
So switch to Progressive and save big because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Wake up. The Edge Morning Show.
Ugga Mugga.
The beloved musical is coming back to St. Louis. It's Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood Live, Sunday, March 6th at Steeple Theater. Get ready for a terrific adventure as Daniel Tiger and his friends celebrate Neighbor Day with original songs, dances, and more. Don't miss Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood Live, Sunday, March 6th at Steeple Theater. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
Now another hour of the Edge Morning Show on KFNS Troy St. Charles and KYRO AM and FM Troy. The Edge Morning Show.
Ugga Mugga.
The beloved musical is coming back to St. Louis. It's Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood Live, Sunday, March 6th at Steeple Theater. Get ready for a terrific adventure as Daniel Tiger and his friends celebrate Neighbor Day with original songs, dances, and more. Don't miss Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood Live, Sunday, March 6th at Steeple Theater. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
Weber Chevrolet has been in business since 1902. No other car dealer in St. Louis of any brand can say that. Nobody sells more Chevrolet, period. Weber Chevrolet is one dealer with 3 roofs. In Missouri at Olive and 270, and in Illinois Metro East, Columbia, and Granite City. All easy to get to, just follow the 270 loop. Also, all online accessible at WeberChevrolet.com. Right now, Weber Chevrolet is open but very thorough in their cleaning, disinfecting, and social distancing rules. And don't forget, Weber Chevrolet service departments are award-winning and second to none. In fact, other dealers send their problems to Weber Chevy to fix. Now during this crisis, Weber Chevrolet has teamed up with Detroit to come up with awesome deals to help people save money and manage their budget. Discounts, incentives, and the ability to not make your payment for up to 4 months. Weber Chevrolet since 1902, WeberChevrolet.com.
Viper Weather with legendary chief meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hi, this is Viper meteorologist Dave Murray. All is dry on this Wednesday, but it's the calm before the next storm system. Increasing clouds today, a cold day, but again, a dry day. 32 for the high. Tonight, snow and sleet. It's cold. This is not a lot of moisture overnight tonight. 25 for the low, an inch or less of snow and sleet. It is a mix of the two. I'm not really leaning one towards the other. Thursday, cloudy skies, maybe a break in the action for a couple of hours Thursday morning, but snow and sleet kicks back into gear Thursday afternoon. Could be heavy at times, 32 for the high. Thursday night, snow and sleet up until about midnight, 22. Total snow and sleet accumulation, 2, maybe 3 inches. That would be by midnight Thursday night. So again, it's not a lot of moisture to work with. The trick with the roads is that it's a mix of snow and sleet, but the roads will get pre-treated. Then on Friday, clearing and cold, 35 degrees, cold and dry over the weekend. From the Viper Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray. Now back to the Edge on 100.7, The Viper.
Whipper River Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. The Edge Morning Show.
Local headlines now with Fox 2's Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome to your morning headlines 9:02 on this Wednesday, February 23rd. I guess we just can't have nice things. Or there's that random drunk person that's angry that decides to throw a brick through a window of the Lumiere Place Casino. I mean, really? Why do you need to do that? Seriously. Anyway, hey, new therapy out, ketamine therapy, if you haven't heard about it, treating depression and other mental health issues. We know all the stats show that mental health issues, unfortunately, now being recognized and on the rise. There's a new therapy treating that out. You can go to fox2now.com for a story to find out more about that. Also, speaking about fox2now.com, we have exclusive video, intense video showing women and children being rescued from a burning home in St. Louis yesterday. St. Louis City Police and firefighters doing their damnedest to save the children and women from being hurt, and they did a marvelous job of that. I guess you can say heroes right out of the gate. If you want to learn more about what's happening with 3G network, are you going to have to get a new phone? Are you not compatible? AT&T shut down its 3G network yesterday, We did a fabulous story. My colleague, Mike Colombo, last night on Fox 2. Check it out. We had Kelly Mano on the other day, the TikTok star from St. Louis, 1.5 million followers, explaining what happened at Parkway when they had to shut down a TikTok account because of bullying. Guess what? It was happening at Wentzville as well. They shut down Wentzville TikTok yesterday regarding bullying of kids on TikTok. It's gotten a lot colder. Could you imagine being Potosi and being one of the hundreds of people that didn't have heat last night?
Oh, no.
Yeah, natural gas line was hit yesterday, ruptured, no heat. There were people who were dealing with that. So remember, when you're cold, there might be somebody that might be a little bit more cold. And Sam Page, St. Louis County executive, came out today and says he's dropping the mask mandate as of Monday, but then his critics say there hasn't been one in place anyway. Let's look at your morning headlines. I'm Vic Faust.
Attention sports fans. This is Sharp on Sports. Now, here's Angela Sharp.
Well, despite very sloppy play at the end of the second and start of the third, the Blues managed to pull out a win, 4-1 against the Flyers last night. And yes, Jordan Bitter, he was in the net. He picks up his first win since January 9th. He stopped 25 of 26 shots. So, hey, he got a win. I'm counting that as a victory for us. Good job. XFL announced the NFL partnership, but still no word on franchise cities. We talked about it before the break, but I gotta believe St. Louis is on the line for that. And Aaron Rodgers did a big Instagram post thanking everybody in his life, players, ex-fiancés. You can go check that out. He, however, does not make any mention of where he will be in the end. That's your look on sports. I'm Angela Sharp.
This is the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Edge, the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Angela Sharp. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. The phone number is 636-695-2915. Of course, we're on Facebook. 100.7 The Viper is how you find us on Facebook. Share the show. Get involved. Get into the chat line. It's the best anywhere. Anyway. Also, you can give us a shout out at viperrocks.com. You can check us out there. And The Morning Edge on YouTube. Once again, The Morning Edge on YouTube. Joe Patterson, according to Sam Page, Bueller. Yes. You got to love that as well. As we were going to break, as we are serious on the show, but we also have fun as well. A statistician revealed the casino game you should never play. I didn't really consider this a casino game, though, but this is Jeffrey Rosenthal.
Then my guess is wrong.
Well, I don't know. If Jeffrey Rosenthal, if you want to look him up, he says the game you should absolutely steer clear of is something I think is getting more popular. Video lottery terminal.
What?
Those are the Keno or slot games.
Yeah.
Eric, you just called it. They give a 5 to 15% edge to the house. However, you want better odds? Here you go. This might surprise you. Play craps.
Oh, that really didn't surprise me. That was the one I picked.
You'll have in craps, you'll have a 49.29 chance of winning.
Man, I was totally wrong. I thought that was the worst one to play.
And by the way, they're all pure chance games, meaning it's all luck. There's no skill like Chris's game of blackjack.
Well, Chris is way more of the. Chris is more of the slots.
Chris, I'll play blackjack too. I play craps too.
Yeah. So there you go. Craps, 49.29% chance of winning.
My problem with the slot
So
machines
you're saying there's a chance.
My problem with the slot machines now is I don't know if I won or lost. They're so complicated. I don't know what I'm looking at.
I think it goes.
They do look. I know nothing about it. They do look intimidating.
Yeah. It's not like the old ones when you just pull the thing and it would go Queen of Hearts, black diamonds or whatever.
Those are still there.
Are they?
Well, sure.
I mean, I know how I won that one. Yeah. Yeah.
You win. Ling.
Okay, and I just wonder now that I see the video games in gas stations, I walk in and I've seen I've seen the same guy twice.
Hell yeah,
Over
you
2
did.
weeks, his fan. I'm
Wait till
like,
they get in a fight because he sits there all day long and someone else wants to get in. Wait till that happens.
Are people really seeing lots of other people playing the lotto video games? Do we
Hell
see
yeah,
those?
dude. Oh my God. They get their never mind. I'm just going to shut up right now. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say
I'm just not going to speak
because
anymore.
sometimes the truth is just mean. Sometimes it's just mean, and I don't want to be mean today. This is Manifestation Wednesday.
I like how you have decided it's
Yeah.
that we're going to
Yesterday you
over.
freaked me out a little bit.
I
Yesterday
got you to
freaked
listen,
me
didn't
out
I?
a little bit.
But did you
Because
did you
you
make
go-
your intentions?
You go 2222 Pluto, this, that, and the other. Your intentions will be for next 2 years, so you got to be positive. I was avoiding negativity at every
so proud
damn.
of you, Eric.
Not that I was creating positive, but I did not want the negative.
We got Tim Fitch coming up at 9:15. I think it's a great spot too, because we all know that, as Angela reminded us when she came to the show, that time is man-made. So, would you rather be able to travel forwards or backwards in time?
Forwards. I know what
There
happens
was actually a new poll was done on this.
I digress.
It's backwards so you can fix stuff.
Nope. It's backwards so
Well,
that
let
I
me
can
tell
go
you what
get
the poll found.
betting logs and
The new poll found that 49% of people would prefer to travel back in time. 30% would travel forward, and 21% don't care, don't know. So if you break it down, men, here you go, Eric, men were more likely to travel forward in time, and old people were less likely to want to travel forward. Eric, you said you wanted to travel
Back
backward.
to the Future Part 2. He brought the
Eric,
he
you're
brought the
old.
almanac. He brought the almanac
You're
and
old,
bet
so you
on
wanna
everything.
travel back.
Yes, he did.
He brought the. Of course, after watching Back to the Future 2, I'm going backwards with an almanac that has all the betting.
You got to go backwards.
lines.
You got to go backwards, fix things in your life, and then you can also steal an almanac and be the wealthiest person in your town.
That
And
would
make
have
a
to be
hotel
backwards.
called Eric's.
Yeah, I wouldn't care about that. I am into nostalgia and I'm into history. I would much rather go forward to see what the technology is and to see how bad we've screwed everything up. But I think that I would like to.
You really want the series, the whole 3 series. You want to go backwards, you want to go forwards, and you want to go all the way to the
Yeah,
Old West.
if it was up to me, I would have the
cake and eating it too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. Exactly. If I'm going to have the machine,
You
it's
got
going
two
everywhere.
people who really like time travel
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
time travel. This is your
Exactly.
fault, Vic.
No, it is. We talk about the things that are out there, whether we understand
And they
them or
said
not.
that more people, women are like me. They want to go back in time. Yeah.
It was here's the thing. It said if you break it down, men were more. It didn't say what women did.
Oh, okay.
It just said men were more likely to want to travel forward in time.
Oh, okay.
So Eric was not like most men.
Okay.
And old people were less likely to want to travel. They don't want to move. They'd rather go backwards in time.
For
And
the
then-
nostalgia.
And then I said,
So
Eric's
I'm an old person.
No, I
He
thought.
wanted to go forward. I want to
Oh,
go backwards.
okay, yeah,
So
there you go.
he fits, and I
Yeah.
guess I also fit.
I'd like to see how bad St. Louis has become. See if they stole the arch.
Would you go find your future self?
Oh my God!
And then see what pawn shop the arch ended up in.
Would you go find your future self, Eric? Would you go find your future self to see what you have done
I
in the
don't-
last
no,
couple years?
I'm not worried about that.
Okay. He's not concerned.
He's probably still playing at Helen Fitzgerald's.
Oh my God. So anyway, there you are.
Thank you for that, Vic. That made my whole day.
That was a good one.
Well, I tell you this, and I know we jump around, and there's so many people who jump into things. I don't know. I watch Quantum Leap, and it's sad sometimes. Either way.
Okay, I watched Quantum Leap because, by the way, love Scott Bakula, and he went to high school with my aunt. So
St.
I
Louis's
always
own.
thought like I could
Isn't
be
he a
friends
South
with
County
him.
guy? Was he South County?
No, he went to Kirkwood High School.
Oh, Kirkwood.
He went to
okay.
Kirkwood High School.
Yeah, he was St. Louis boy.
He did. He was in class with my aunt.
This is great
So I
news.
thought that was pretty neat. So
Yeah.
I watched that show because I like time travel. And his is a little bit different because he pops into other people's lives and fixes them. That would be a lot harder, I think, than just going forward or backward in time.
Yeah.
I mean, I've thought about this a lot. I don't know who said that on the Facebook line, but they didn't realize
One
it.
day we might be able to do this.
I feel like people can do it now, and they're just not telling me, and I want to go.
It has nothing to.
They're not telling you.
No. First of all, it has, in my opinion, it has nothing to do with speeding away from Earth. It has nothing to do with propulsion. I think it has to do more with gravity and magnetic fields.
You know they know how to do it, and they're
I
not
know.
telling me. They're not telling
You know
me.
that? Yes. That whole fission machine that they're building up there, they know how to do that stuff. They know how to walk through a black hole, Vic.
I
Poor Vic is like, when did I start?
I do. I like listening to it. We cover everything here. We do. Somebody else from the Facebook line before Tim Fitch calls us. This is true. Curious if people are complaining about a child tax credit now. A lot of my friends are getting hit with $2,000 to $4,000.
That's right.
Federal tax bill because of the monthly advancement.
Yep.
Nothing is free.
Yes.
Bill, but our accountant who we had on told us that, hey, this is happening.
Yeah.
Just remember, the government is going to hit you back. So don't be surprised if you're getting this money. Nothing is free.
Nothing is free. We want ours too. We'll give this to you, but we want ours back. Now, I did get a letter that said the $1,400 stimulus check is not taxable.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, the $1,400 stimulus check was free and clear.
That's.
Yeah.
But if you got the tax credit for your
Yes, ma'am.
child.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a lot of money. Think about it for a second. I don't know that. I wish we had somebody on, but if you have 4 kids, each one of those is responsible for cash.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is a good payday for you if you've got 4 kids and you're receiving all this child credit stuff and all this money. Come on. We got to stop this. We got to get people to work.
We'll have Bruce Thompson back on in March, like first week of March, just to remind people from Liberty Tax, just to remind people again, if everybody wasn't doing their taxes early.
Oh, I guess I was supposed to do that, huh?
Well, no, you have a month or two, but he'll remind us. So if you have questions from that standpoint, but I do remember Bruce specifically saying, wait. Don't be surprised when you see it. You're going to get hit for that. So you get taxed as income.
Correct.
But unfortunately, there is a feeling amongst some Americans that, oh, this is free. I like these freebies.
Right.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess, hey, all right. And then, of course.
And it speaks to I hate to go shift gears too much on you, Vic, but this speaks to if people can game the system to get ahead, they will. And this speaks to transgendered athletes. If the government gives guys carte blanche to go and participate in women's sports, they're going to do it. If a mom knows she can have 2 more kids and make $2 more thousand a month, they might consider it, Angela. They might go, there's no harm, no foul here. I love kids, and I'm going to have 2 more, and I'm going to make a little bit more money off of it. So
That's hard for me to even fathom.
I know it is. I hear you,
but
girl.
I don't want any children, so maybe that's why that's hard for me to fathom.
But if you already have 4 kids, what's another 2? If you can make a little bit more
money.
money.
That's a lot of kids. That's a lot of kids.
Really?
There are stories about this. This isn't even old news.
There might be some fringe stories, but that's not common.
There's no way you take on more responsibility like that for no reason.
Really? Okay. So if you can make more money and it's a business and you're
seriously, I'm not raising kids can be a business. That's a lot of work.
Why don't we look into it? Why don't we get Elliot Davis on this and have him come and do a full report for us?
I love how anytime we want somebody to do something, we always make Elliot do it.
Once again, I'm making a lot of sense, Drew. If you have the ability to make some more cash, you'll do it. Period. I'm sorry.
The ability to make some more cash, but I always weigh the pros and cons in having children.
Well, you're a thoughtful individual,
the
aren't you?
average price of a child is like 10 times greater than your $2,000 or $1,400 tax credit you're going to get per year. It's not even close.
Just to feed them would have to be that much.
I am not going to throw her under the bus.
Who, me?
No, not you.
Okay.
But there was a female that I talked to a few years ago that we were having this exact conversation. Did you know that I can get X amount of tax credit dollars for X amount of, and they were literally doing the math in their head. And I was like, this is the most bizarrely stupid conversation I think I've ever had in my life.
And I would have to agree with you.
It was so stupid. It was so stupid.
As we know, we can't generalize everybody. We're always going to have certain people that do whatever they want to do. And then there's Tim Fitch, the St. Louis County Councilman, who joins us every now and then, who I still don't know why anybody wants to be a public servant. I'm glad we have people that try. But in this day and age, it seems like it's a thankless job. Tim Fitch, thanks for joining us. Hey, congratulations. We heard the mask mandate's over in St. Louis County as of Monday.
You mean we had one?
You did on paper.
That's news to me, and it's news to most people in St. Louis County. The only person that truly believed that was Sam Page.
Is this over for good?
No, it's not over for good. If he sees another chance to do it, and it'll get him some publicity and get him on the tube and the radios to talk about how great he is and how he's saving lives, oh, no, he'll do it again in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of sort of Damocleses, isn't it? It's just kind of always hanging over your head. And
But
hey,
Sam really feels like he's saving lives, though. I mean, just to be fair, don't you think he thinks that?
No.
Oh, I think he absolutely believes that, but knows it's not accurate, and he could never prove that.
But didn't it start to move into the ego a little bit? It was at some point he was like, "Look, we're not saving lives anymore." At some point, it was just a fight against you and the rest of the council. Do you believe that, or was he like literally going, "Guys, gather around. If we don't mask everybody, there's going to be people dying"? How do you feel? Yeah. What was the dynamic behind that?
That absolutely. When I realized that that's what he was doing, he was using this to cause controversy and have reason to get in the newspaper and get his name out there. How he's trying to save lives and all these horrible Trump people that are fighting against him.
Mm-hmm.
He used that for that very reason, and he saw it work to get himself reelected the last time, and he thinks it's going to work again this time.
So it's over for now. We'll see where it goes from that standpoint. Is it still dysfunction as a main point of emphasis with St. Louis County Council? I know you guys had a meeting last night. What is the latest with what's going on?
Well, you have to remember, I've been around county government now for 35 years. I've worked with and around 6 county executives. I've never seen it as dysfunctional as I'm seeing it today. Sam Page has brought in all these political people to run different departments in county government, and I use that term loosely, run. Mm-hmm. The employees that work there every day, that are career employees, do a great job, but there's such a lack of leadership from the top. They're just kind of treading water is about the best way. They're doing the best they can with the staffing they have, but they're just not in a very good working mood. And the staffing shortages and lack of pay raises and all the things that have happened in the last few years has just kind of been demoralizing to them. We really need new leadership to come in and turn this ship around. I do believe it can happen. It just needs to happen.
It's so funny because local government, it needs to be mundane and boring and not talked about. I mean, we just had Steve Ellman on a couple of days ago, and this is a cat that it seems like he's just sitting there filling potholes. He's kind of negotiating a little bit with the school districts. Nothing too exciting, talking about expanding our highways. That's good. But it seems like government just needs to get back to this boring, nonpartisan. What are the problems? Okay, we got a few street lights out. And that's kind of what we are, that the voters are desperately trying to get back to. Do you agree with that? I mean, isn't that kind of where we need to go?
Yeah. Yeah, most people, they want good schools. They want safe streets. They want their roads plowed when it snows. They want the potholes filled. They want their trash picked up. And every one of these things I just rattled off, and there's a few more, everything I just rattled off, we're having problems with in St. Louis County getting it done and getting it done properly and in a timely fashion. That's the definition of dysfunction. And Sam Page, he's been the guy in charge for a long time now, and he wants 4 more years of this. And if the people don't make a change, then it's really going to be sad to see the direction we go.
What's the latest on his second job including being St. Louis County executive in regards to his surgery or his anesthesia business? What is?
Well, I will tell you this: April 5th, and absentee voting started yesterday. There's a ballot initiative that basically says, if you vote yes on this ballot initiative on April 5th in St. Louis County, what you're saying is, I want a full-time county executive, and I don't want one to have a part-time job. And if he goes and gets a part-time job, if this ballot initiative on the charter is approved, he forfeits his seat. Oh. So that's what the ballot calls for. He will forfeit his seat if he keeps his job at the hospital. Now, to go back to your direct question, is we've asked for his work records for almost a year now. He's fought it every step of the way. Why do you think he would fight that? Because it's going to show that he's working this job a lot more than he's told the public that he's working it. He's told the public he works maybe a weekend a month, maybe one night a week. You're going to find out, because we at least know anecdotally he's been working it a lot more, and I would not be surprised to find out there's many times where he's doing this during business hours, normal business hours. So he claims that he's doing this on his own free time. Well, the charter says specifically, shall dedicate all of his time to the duty of his office. To me, that means full time. You can't have another job. But he laughs at it and says, I'm going to do it anyway because there's no penalty. So what if I do it? There's still no penalty that says what happens. That's why I sponsored the legislation and put it on the ballot to say, guess what? If you do it, you forfeit your seat. So that will be asked and answered on April 5th.
It seems like the only argument for that would be is that it takes a lot of qualified people out of the mix. Maybe someone from a Stiefel might want to come over there and actually run the government part-time, and they might do an amazing job. I mean, has that been factored into the decision-making? I would love to see a full-time, but have you ever factored in that we might be losing very qualified St. Louisans?
Well, I don't think so because we've had many qualified people in the past, just not lately.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Page is probably well qualified to be an anesthesiologist, but he does not know how to run a government, certainly not like a business. He doesn't know how to. Doctors historically run businesses poorly, and they usually have other people run them for them. I know people that do that for a living. They have to run the business side of the doctor's house because they may be very good at being a heart surgeon, but they're not good at running a business. And Sam Page has shown us that through the years. So what I am in favor of, however, if this ballot initiative passes, and I think we as a council need to look at raising the pay for the county executive's position. Right now it's $140,000, which is a lot more money than most people make in St. Louis County. However, if we want this to be and attract quality people, I think we do need to look at raising that pay.
What if we did? Wait a minute.
It
makes sense, but could we do could we do some kind of a thing where it's like you'll make X amount of dollars, but there's incentive packages if you go above and beyond? I mean, is there any way to do something like that? It just makes it's like why just give someone $200,000 a year to sit on their ass when give them $100,000 and you have the potential to make $200,000?
Well, then you have to have a discussion about who's going to make the decision what above and beyond is. Is it Lisa Clancy and Kelly Dunaway? Are they going to be making the decision? Is
A little
the
bit more
council
nonpartisan.
Going to make the decision? So I think you have to have that discussion too.
Tim, we need some money put aside for Angela, our co-host, to come join St. Louis County's new TV network where you cover issues all day long. We're actually here because the news stations can't get to everything. If there was a way.
As you know, they cover sound bites.
So we want Angela to work there somehow, some way. Yeah, take some of that Super Bowl money. We got to create a TV network for St. Louis County where we can actually cover all of these things that are going on, because I don't think that people have any idea that live in the county how much is actually going on, or in the last year not going on because of everything going on with all the divisiveness regarding mask and vaccine mandates.
Yep, and that's exactly how Sam Page wants it.
Okay.
Damn, that was
real
right
quick,
to the point.
Hey, Tim, are you going to have to move districts? One of our listeners said
That's a great question. I have to have that discussion with my wife. We have not decided yet. I've got until March 29th, which is filing closing, and we'll decide what we're going to do. We got plenty of time to think about it, and we'll let you know as it gets closer.
a new district was being drawn up, which was eliminating Tim's district. That's why, where he was. Just in case if people didn't know that. We were running out of time. I know your time is valuable, and we were racing to break. Tim, thanks again for joining us this morning. Wish you the best of luck.
Take care.
Thanks, man. Congratulations on your win, by the way.
All right, we'll be back. We'll be back with more Edge, the fastest 2 hours morning talk radio right after this.
This is the Edge Morning Show.
Live on 100.7.
The Viper.
Taco Bell presents a get-out-of-bedtime story. It's time to wake up from this amazing dream, even though you're jet skiing on lemonade. How extreme! And oh, look at that, you just won the lottery. Is that a castle? Take the keys, it's your property. What's better than swimming in space? Just wait for the big reveal. It's Taco Bell breakfast and it's actually real. So it's time to wake up and bid your dreams farewell. Because toasted breakfast burritos are waiting for you, only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only.
You are an electric vehicle. It's true. Electricity powers your heart. Want to feel your heartbeat faster? Drive an electric car. Made by Nissan, a company whose EVs have gone 5 billion miles. built for every driveway, every highway, and every speedway. And where the loudest sound is the beat of your electric heart. Nissan. Electric cars for electric drivers. 5 billion miles driven by Leaf owners globally since 2010.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like you're going 100 miles an hour, barely keeping up. But to cruise through challenges, you need someone who's right there with you. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice you need to get past whatever's in front of you and get where you want to go. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Did you know that many people with high blood pressure may never experience symptoms? Monitor your health and know your numbers by maintaining your regular wellness appointments. Doctors with Barnes Jewish St. Peter's Hospital and Progress West Hospital are open for in-person and virtual visits. Don't wait for your body to alert you that there's a problem. Call 636-928-WELL to find a doctor today. That's 636-928-WELL.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials, a new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
Millions of people use Zoom Phone, the innovative and feature-rich cloud phone system for businesses of any size. Zoom Phone is simple to use, whether you're on a mobile device, desktop, laptop, or desk phone. And because every call is important to your business, Zoom Phone was built with reliability in mind, using geographic redundancy to keep your communications online. Empower your workforce with Zoom Phone. Visit zoom.com/phone system. Zoom. How the world connects.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to tap into human emotion. First with some music. Then in a serious tone, I'll say, save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. And even though it was about saving money with Progressive, we'll fade out the music so you know it was poignant. Wow, powerful stuff. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Progressive Snapshot can save you money based on how you drive and how much you drive. So the safer you drive, the more money you could save. Now, if you didn't hear that because you were yelling at another car while driving, let me say it again. You need to calm down. Yelling is just making everyone as stressed out as you are and letting them all know that you definitely aren't trying to save with Progressive Snapshot. And if you did hear it the first time because you weren't yelling at another car, nice work. You'd love Snapshot from Progressive because it rewards safe drivers. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California and North Carolina or from all agents.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Eric Johnson's here. Chris Knight, Angela Sharp. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio right now. Big story still with Ukraine, Russia, what's going on, and yes, it affects us here. Ukraine government now hit with cyber attacks after a day of shelling in the eastern territories. It's going to continue on. Now the Eastern European oil reserves are at risk. Guess what? It eventually makes its way back to America. Eric brought up the energy prices yesterday. All the bad guys get rich. We pay more, and America goes down and down and down. It's very simple. A connects to B, B connects to C. But here we are. We're in it right now. Presidents are always going to get criticized, no matter if they're Republican or Democrat, whatever. But Biden is now getting hammered, even some in his own party, for not being tough enough on Putin. As Trump said yesterday, Putin looks like a genius. Senator Lindsey Graham said he looks like a genius. But when President Biden was running for office, do you remember him saying this about Putin when he was saying that President Trump had a good relationship with Vladimir Putin, even that they were friendly? This was President
Because Putin
Biden.
knows if I am president of the United States, his days of tyranny and trying to intimidate the United States and those in Eastern Europe are over. I'm going to stand up to him. He's a bully. And I know he doesn't want me to be president. But to tell you what, when I'm president, things are going to change.
That was October 23rd, 2019. President Biden speaking about what he was going to do to Vladimir Putin.
Same guy that said we shouldn't go in and take out bin Laden. I'm going to stand up to this guy. Oh, trust me. I'm going to get him, as he goes and he takes the fetal position in the corner. This is very serious what's going on. We're supposed to be the leader. We're supposed to lead NATO. We're supposed to be the ones that are able to go and stem this. We should have had, in my opinion, so many things going against Vladimir. And the thing about it is Trump was so awesome because he acknowledged Vladimir as the legitimate leader of Russia. He didn't call him a bully. He didn't call him names. He said, look, this is Russia. We're gonna figure this out. Vladimir he's a legitimate guy. We're gonna have talks, respectful talks. And Vladimir Putin would have done nothing against Trump. Nothing. He knew that he was strong. He might have thought he was a little bit crazy. He might have thought, hey, Trump's a little bit nuts. If I do something, I might have 40,000 United States troops across that border. I better just sit still until
I think it's fair to say we
Biden
know
is
nothing
there.
of this. It didn't happen under Trump, and I think it's fair to say it wouldn't because
Russia went into Georgia, into Crimea during Obama.
Yes.
Then it settled down.
Correct.
And then Biden comes in, they take on the other
Some
part.
people would
it's
call
crazy.
Trump a madman, say he would do whatever it took. He would start World War III, whatever. But nothing happened. You look at the results. And as soon as he leaves within a year, and they've been putting this together for 6 months, 8 months, Putin, that is. That's why it's such a big deal.
It's a big deal because our United States military is way more concerned about critical race theory and vaccinating soldiers. And did you guys take a look at what's happening over in Europe right now? Why don't you just put your CRT books down for a second and go take a look at what's going on over there?
The military was also criticized for their woke videos, recruitment videos, if you remember that, which was also just very alarming to military personnel that we talked to on the show. Like, wait a second, you're making us a sensitive bunch of whatever. It's like, how are we going to go take care of country when you're like, hey, we're all happy now? And I remember those criticisms of the military.
We don't have
not ours, so to say.
We don't have any fighting unicorns. We have to get back to the principle of we have some serious hardware. When you come into the military, we are going to make you a warrior. You are going to be a warrior.
Well, we're dealing with it now. And what this vehicle is in motion. It's not stopping in Russia and Ukraine. And you never know where we're going to be a year from now.
Right.
It's not stopping. And it's interesting. Joe Patterson brings up Reagan into the Cold War because Russia thought he was a cowboy.
No, Reagan into the Cold War because okay, here's the deal. Russia let me bore the hell out of Angela for just 1 second. Gorbachev and Ronald Reagan had a personal relationship.
Bingo.
They literally would go and have drinks. Their wives would go to Russia. The wives would come to Washington, D.C. They would talk about things. And Ronald Reagan would say, Mr. Gorbachev, let me paint a picture for you. What if Russia was an amazing place? What if it wasn't so, I don't know, Soviet Union-ish? What if we could make you a tourist? And Gorbachev softened up. He softened up. Mr. Gorbachev, break down this wall.
And Russians look at him as a loser.
Right. Well, no, they don't. No,
Well,
not
they
all
do-
of them do.
Well,
Not all of them do.
There's a big majority of Russians that are not happy with what Gorbachev did. And
sure. Absolutely.
Because they lost their standing and they went through turmoil. And now here comes Putin, our savior.
Right. Well, you're right about that. I mean, how would you feel if you gave up portions of the United States to Mexico?
Yeah, exactly.
There's going to be people that want to go back and get their property back. That's all there is to
Drew
it.
asked me a question, and we talked about this yesterday. What do you want him to do? Bomb Russia, Vic? No. But at the same point in time, Drew, and I know you listen to every word that Angela, Eric, and I say every day. You hang on every word. You're our friend. We love you. These things are done behind the scenes, far in advance.
Since 2014,
You
that should have
take
given you a
care
little
of
bit of
issues behind the scenes where he doesn't do a damn thing, or
Yeah, yeah.
or you come out with serious alliances and real economic sanctions, not slaps on the wrist to start with. And you have watch Biden's press conferences. They're not. They don't give you a lot of confidence that he's going to go do. They just don't. I'm a media guy. I look at it and I try to judge people. You don't think that anything serious. I'm going to go get him. Okay. See, there's no force. There's no emotion. There's no passion to help Ukraine. There's no anything. That's the problem that you have right now. So, Drew, I know you want to sit back and praise anything the current administration is doing, and that's good. That's your prerogative. But there's no doubt, you look at the facts, nobody did nothing hit while Trump was president because they knew, cowboy, not crazy or not, he would take care of business because that's what he did.
Yeah.
Now, prices are up. Inflation's up. We gave so much free money out in the name of COVID. Now you've got price issues on everything. We're not coming back from it. We mortgaged the kids' future, and we still have to pay for it. And here we are now with surging energy prices, and there's no hope in sight.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Go fill up your car.
Yeah, strategically, this was done really bad, guys. And there's no relationship built with Putin. Putin wants a relationship. Putin wants to be considered part of the club. He does. I'm sorry. You're right about he thinks that Gorbachev and the old Soviet Union should be the way it was in the old days. But you could have talked him off of that hill. But that time is over. That time is over. Putin is. There's a new look in Putin's eye. Have you seen that lately? Did you see that yesterday when he was talking to his security council? He looks nuts. He looks like, man, we are going all in, and this is going to get ugly. So does he go over to Poland? Does he start to go up to the Bolshevik? Does he start to take everything he wants? Ukraine. That's when it gets a little dangerous.
No, this is a great point from Crystal. We should have never been buying barrels of oil again from them. Russia was in financial deficit before we started buying their oil again. Why are we buying Russian oil?
Because our amazing administration decided to cut down the entire energy sector in the United States. We had more than enough energy to last our 100 years here in the United States. We literally have to wait 3 more years to get a Republican there to start opening this stuff up again. Guess what, guys? It's predicted now that the average gas price in this country will go from between $5 and $7 a gallon.
Yeah, the first word of that came yesterday. And then you go to your pump and you start seeing what that's about. I'm not kidding.
I'm not talking about people. I mean, if you make an amazing $24 an hour over at Amazon, which is a great living, by the way, and you have to shove $80 to $90 in your gas tank and you own a Honda Civic or whatever it is, you're going to start to get the message real quick that our leadership here in the United States is broken, period. You better start opening up pipelines and oil wells and fracking. You better do everything you can. But here's the problem. Running a government, Angela, is kind of like turning the Titanic. Right?
It takes time.
If you are headed for an iceberg, it's not like a little speedboat where you just flip the thing and you're 90 degrees the other way. Running the United States government, if you see $5 prices, you better start pulling on that wheel quickly because it's going to take some time to actually move the needle. And I don't see that happening. Do you see that happening at all?
No. And then the problem that you have from our country is the standpoint, since we are so divisive with red and blue issues, all you have to do is, for example, front page, CNN. What is CNN focused on?
Oh, boy.
In the midst of all of this going on, it's not Biden. Guess whose picture's on the front page? Trump.
There we go. Because of some lawsuit up in Manhattan.
No. Trump's Russia comments are shocking, even by Trump standards. It's like, wait. There's such an obsession with the former president that liberals have, whether you're Republican, Democrat, get on with it. Trump's comments mean nothing. Nothing. Mm-mm. Zero. Even though he's right, and Putin does, if you break it down, look like a genius on how he has coordinated everything. He's getting every single thing he wants.
To me, look, there was parts of
CNN's
this-
focusing on Trump.
Yeah.
There's two pictures. There's two pictures. Trump and Putin.
You know what's so fun? It's so me and you and Angela.
As a media professional of 24 years, it's not hard to see what's going on here.
None of us in this room are foreign policy experts. There's not one person that could give a whole diatribe on Crimea right now. You don't know crap about it. I don't know crap about it. Or Ukraine. We don't know what's going on. But Putin comes in and he says, hey, those are Russian-speaking guys over across the border, and they want us to come over there and help them. So we're going to send some peacekeepers over there.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes him a genius, fools.
He
is literally he didn't fire
one
one shot. He just goes into these.
Hey, Angela, Glenn disagreed with Eric. He said, "Oh yeah, you can turn the Titanic around in less than a year." He's like, Biden turned the Titanic around into an iceberg in less.
Well, the iceberg was right off to his right. He just kind of pulled on the wheel a little bit.
He's not praising a dictator, Drew. Drew says praising. He's not praising him. He's calling and speaking out what is factual. That's not heaping praise. Oh, I love him. You don't lie, Drew, in life. You be honest. You be direct. And he is 100% right. And it eats you alive because he is right. And it's sad. It eats all Americans alive that he is right. That Vladimir Putin has turned America on its backside because we didn't know what to do or we chose not to do because of decision making.
Yeah.
And it's so difficult to accept that America's or the world's former superpower, we're not the superpower anymore. We're not, is now having to stand by and watch a Russian KGB agent control the world. That is genius.
It is.
It is genius.
It's like spy versus spy.
It doesn't mean it's good, and it doesn't mean we like it, but it means he is a genius.
Yeah. Yeah.
The strategery.
He's like, I'm not corn pop. I pop you in the face.
Yeah. You know, did you see a video of Putin last week?
No.
He's in. This is the difference between America and Russia. And I know that America and we get so comfortable and we just want our TikTok and entertainment and fun and just go out and do all the fun things. The videos that are coming out of Russia are Putin in gyms where kids and younger people are learning fighting techniques like masses. And he's showing them how to take people down.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. But we just like, oh, yeah, whatever.
Right.
Until that shows up on your doorstep.
Right.
I'm telling you, that's the video we saw from Putin this last week. I'm going, oh, my God, he's showing the kid how to use combat.
Yeah.
The kid goes out and uses it, and then everybody's clapping and I'm cheering. It's like, this is communism 101.
Yeah. And it's going on with a much bigger country to his left, which is China. And China has 4 billion babies that they're teaching Kung Fu to. So this gets ugly real quick. And I hope that we worry enough about it, but I don't think that I think that we're too late on this one. I think we just have to pull out and we have to get some kind of an energy thing going on here in the United States. It would be great, Angela, if we actually let our people pump some of their own fuel out of the ground, fracking, the whole 9 yards. Because I tell you what,
I don't know a whole lot about the fracking, but I know that was a hotbed issue.
It's energy. It's energy.
Thing.
It creates heat. It creates.
Does it do something bad to our environment? Wasn't that the big deal?
That's debatable. I mean,
it's debatable.
No.
Okay.
I mean, what does? Here's the thing.
I'll be honest. I don't know a lot about fracking.
You're get to know Angela kind of thing. Are you really that freaked out about the environment that much?
Am I personally freaked out about the environment? I mean, no, but I do have a niece and a nephew that I would like them to have an environment to live in.
None of the stuff that you hear is true. Remember that it all started with Al Gore back in the day. An inconvenient truth. Remember that thing? Well, at this point in his presentation, we should have been at the sea level should have been like 14 feet high. Miami should be underwater. Nothing about that is true. So the energy thing you have to get over. It's gonna create pollution just to make enough energy to make electric cars run.
What are you talking about? I'm sorry, I was talking with Chris.
Well, that's rude. First of all,
I'm
second of all,
sorry. I apologize.
So we're talking.
What?
So second of all,
shut your mouth.
Second of all, you're going to have to create some kind of a fossil fuel energy sector just to create enough energy to run a Tesla down the road. That's what people don't understand. You're going to have
I
fossil
don't want to
fuels.
run a Tesla down the road.
What do you want to run?
You're right, but that's what they're But that's what's getting pushed at the national level.
You're going to have pollution one way or another in this civilized society. I'm sorry.
How did you get onto the environment?
We
That's
started
when I
talking.
came back
It was
in.
my fault.
No, it's not fault. I just
he
want to make
was
sure I can
talking about
understand.
fracking, and I said that's not something I'm very familiar
Oh.
with. Wasn't the big hotbed issue on that it was bad for the environment?
The bottom line is, and then we can never talk about Russia again, because Russia is the economy size of Texas. Remember that. We are much
From
bigger
an
than
economy standpoint right now.
From a landmass standpoint
but
right now.
But Russia has the world on edge right now. That little country has everybody on edge.
You know what? You want to mess with NATO. You want to start pushing up to the west and to the north. You're going to get screwed over. Let's just wait until that happens, okay? I mean, I hate to say it, but I cannot find enough energy to get excited about Putin and Ukraine. What I'm excited about is the midterms, is that every time Biden does something like this, the United States population, the public goes, this guy's a clown. He's got to go.
And
period.
And is vote.
That's why I get
and
excited.
Is ID less voting going to take place? And that's what I always ask you, Eric. Are you going to have to show an ID to vote or not?
Don't I always do that?
Don't you always do that? I mean, seriously.
Did you not forget about mail-in balloting?
It's not going to happen.
I've never done the mail-in.
It's not going to happen. You have a Joe Manchin and the Kristen
Okay.
Sinema still
All
sitting
right.
in the way of all that stuff.
We'll see where it goes.
Just over
But
your head a minute ago, it said Trump says China's going to be next, by the way.
I believe what he is referring to is Taiwan.
Yep.
And that has been on the table. Donald, maybe we get Donald on tomorrow. You want to talk to Donald tomorrow?
Yeah.
Let me see if we can get Donald on tomorrow, because Donald has been telling me for a year China has been putting their plan in place to take over Taiwan. And he's like, I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, it's kind of worldwide news, Vic. he's like, but in America, your news, as I said before, is very weird because he watches international news and China news. And in China internationally, they've been talking about how they're going to go take over Taiwan. In the States, we don't talk about that or show the stories that are going on. Yeah, he said that that's the next shoot of. While we're all paying attention to Russia, he's like, China then will go take over Taiwan and then point to what happened in Russia and how we didn't do anything. And then who's going to start to sanction everybody? There's so many bad things that are going on. It really is sad. I know we want to always try to end on a positive note. We can. It's just, it's going to happen.
Make a positive out of it. Just realize.
Thanks, Angela, for letting me see that. It's like, oh,
It was just over your head, so I wanted to point it out.
I'll tell you what, Angela, you just said something interesting. You go, well, my nieces and my nephews is who I'm worried about. I think what you need to be worried about is not the pollution in the air. What you need to be worried about is how your nieces and nephews interact with China and communism in the next few years, and how they interact with left-wing policies in the next few years. That's probably what you need to really worry
Pretty
about.
sure their mama is a liberal, and my brother is middle of the road, so they're probably.
I wouldn't worry about the pollution if I were you.
I feel like kids tend to go with whatever their mom.
That's a shame.
But I think
it can
that-
change.
That's
You
a
never
shame.
know.
I mean, I suppose
That's
it
a
could
shame.
change.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of liberal mommies and daddies that go to these school board meetings. They're like, I've had enough.
Well, we can worry about all of it. We can. You just got to bring out the facts. I mean, that's a whole nother issue. I mean, if you're going to talk global warming and the environment, then you need to talk to the
I'm not worried about global warming.
Yeah, I'm not you specifically,
okay.
but us
You know
in
why you're
general.
not? Because you like your muscle cars.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's
exactly.
You know?
No,
That's
the
exactly
thing is,
right.
anytime you talk about these issues, when it comes to the environment, then you need to talk to the thousands of scientists who are not allowed to talk about being when they say that it's not actually happening.
Correct.
That because there are thousands of scientists that go.
Dave
that
Murray's one of them.
Exactly. That dispute what mainstream media scientists are saying. So it's always like, I'm always like, everybody should have a voice. Let's get the opinions out there and go, because it really is bizarre, the things that are covered up. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. I would worry way more
take a
about
break.
liberalism if I were you or Angela. Look at me. Look at me.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at you. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Look
we
at
got
me.
bad weather in the area. We'll give you a shot for those who are watching on Facebook. From EarthCam, from the east side, looking downtown
You
at
have
St.
bad weather
Louis.
now?
Right now?
Yeah.
How am I going to get home?
love these guys. They make funny with their mouths.
The Edge Morning Show.
Saving at the Home Depot means you can do more for less. Like making dishwashing easier with this KitchenAid dishwasher, complete with third-level rack and a Pro Wash cycle that adapts to each load. Enjoy savings on top-rated appliances online, in-store, or on the Home Depot app. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only while supplies last. Valid February 10th through March 2nd, 2022. Free delivery applies to orders of $396 or more.
Have you wanted to speak a new language, but thought it would be too difficult? Then try Babbel. Babbel starts by teaching you words and phrases that gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations. So in 15 minutes a day, you'll be speaking a new language in a few weeks. Babbel is built around real life. It teaches you practical conversations that you will actually use. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to babbel.com today. That's BABBEL.com. Have you wanted to speak a new language, but thought it would be too difficult? Then try Babbel. Babbel starts by teaching you words and phrases that gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations. So in 15 minutes a day, you'll be speaking a new language in a few weeks. Babbel is built around real life. It teaches you practical conversations that you will actually use. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to babbel.com today. That's BABBEL.com.
Hi, this is Curtis Parks. I'm the owner of Complete Auto Body and Repair. Now that things are back up and the vaccines are out, we are ready to get back to work. The kids are home, and I'm sure you're ready to go back to work too. We are hiring all positions. We are looking for everyone and anyone that wants to make life better for themselves, and we want you now. CompleteAB.com is where you apply. CompleteAB.com. Join the complete experience. No more sitting at home. Let's get back to work. If it's not perfect, it's not complete. Others can't compete with Complete Auto Body.
Dad, and service.
Oh yeah, and service.
He fixed the car.
Hi, this is Conrad Bellman at Bellman's Carnection in St. Peters. Carnection means selection. We have over 150 cars, trucks, SUVs, crossovers, and vans. All these vehicles are at our top quality dealership, along with our state-of-the-art service department, as open to the public. Easy to get to, right at the corner of I-70 and 370 in beautiful St. Peters. Carnection always means selection. Open 24/7 online at carnection.com.
Hi, I'm Flo from Progressive. If you love the sports like me, you get annoyed with your team or player. So Progressive's going to help take your mind off your team or that player for a moment. Instead of thinking about how they lost that thing recently, think about Progressive letting you compare our direct rates side by side with competitors to easily find the lowest option. Don't worry, your sports ball team or player will get him next time. Hope this distraction from Progressive about easily comparing rates was helpful to not think about that last game or match or season. I mean, even though I love sports ball.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. As we say hi, we say bye. Thanks for joining us today. We got to get out of here. What happened, Eric?
Morning.
What's that?
He's
Snow,
worried about the
freezing
storm.
rain expected in the St. Louis area.
Yeah.
Off the Fox 2 Now.
Have you not
website.
been watching the updates the last 2 days?
No, I only see the snow when it snows, and I start getting worried.
Yes, the drive home tonight is not supposed to be great.
Eric and I are similar in
The
snow
drive
world.
to school and or work in the morning isn't supposed to be great. And then the drive tomorrow night back home. That's the time period.
It's like
But Friday, we're good.
Friday, there's not supposed to be anything.
Awesome.
But by Friday, we were supposed to have sleet and then 2 to 3 inches of snow in the greater St. Louis area.
So that means it's going to be more icy out here than it is where I live, because that's typically what happens.
I guess. I don't know. I don't want to be one of those weather guys trying to figure it all out.
Well, not a weather
I
guy.
don't
I'm just saying
know.
from my month, what have I been here? A month, 2 months? My experience is when I get more snow at my house and you guys get more ice here.
I'd worry more about the potholes than the 1 inch of snow.
Then I'm not concerned.
You're worried
Don't be.
about them potholes,
I
aren't
can't
you, after you
stand them.
just
It's like playing
repaired your car?
Frogger. It's like playing Frogger on the
It is.
highway.
Yeah, especially if there's other cars on the highway where you can't
Yeah.
avoid them.
Yeah.
You're going right down, down, down. Hey, guys, thanks again. Have a great day. We'll join you tomorrow. We'll see you for Fox 2 News at 5 and 9 tonight. And I don't know. I got to get to the closet. I have no idea what I'm wearing. I'm sorry. I'm a little behind.
Have a great
It'll be
day.
a surprise.
Do it again tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock.